任せてください。何でも私にお任せを。そういえば何をすればよろしいのでしょうか。聞いていませんでしたね。ああ。これで間に合いますね。
宝探しは義兄心を養う。名月や夜をどっぽす傍らに悪竜罰すもまた一興。
Boogity boogity. Ah, no. Duct tape? This is all on you. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Don't come here with your stream of fetishes. It's not strange, just usually unspoken. Don't come in here with your I'm not weird and kinky, I just have weird things to say. Alright? That excuse doesn't work anymore. Don't fly with me. Money rat! Die! I hit you like 5 times. Are you kidding me? Bitch. The fuck am I supposed to do? I don't know. Don't pretend. Fuck you. You pretend nothing? Should we get some expert advice, like an expert's position on this, shall we? I can go to the Discord, except when people demand I am positive about myself, but that is too dark for now. No, 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 no. I can go to the Discord and I can pull up. I can ask people to give me several examples. Who's an expert on playing pretend? You know who. You know exactly who. I think that squirrel had a good viewpoint, because he decided not to move for a while. Okay. So, important thing. I still don't have a laptop. The hard drive is big dead, and I need to get a replace. I can't get one right now though. But I have a dilemma. My motherboard arrived a few days ago, So I'm at a point where I question whether or not it's more meaningful for me to get a hard drive for the laptop or for the new setup. Oh, it's in there. Or not. Damn it. Did I get it? I guess I did touch it. Now where the fuck did it go? Oh, fuck's sake. Really fucking tired of these guys. Do you fucking mind? He was edge guarding like a bad Smash player? What, you mean standing there? Because that's all he was doing. Can you consider it lazy to not want to walk around a ledge and just climb up it? Is that how that works? Just distance efficiency? Fuck bird. Damn it, I wasn't close to bird. Oh, it drowned. Never mind. That plant just drowned. You know, however that works. Oh no, this common chest has been sealed away by a fucking rock. Speaking of fucking Crash Bandicoot, Cash Banuka over here, Sunky the Hawunky. I didn't even get pull coins for that? That's stupid. Wake up, robot. Should be able to attack it while it's sleeping on means nothing if you lose and still have nothing in you in. What do you mean? It's ridiculous that you can't kill it while it's asleep. Yes, but... Yeah, alright, I get it. Thank you. Shot the weak point for massive damage, oh my god! I'm gonna do it, you couldn't hear it and it didn't make the sound anyway. Wind. I've succeeded. Oh look, a thing. I was meant to be doing the stupid quest. What the fuck? Why did you just turn around? Does he use a cane and a verb that shit talks him? I mean... The cat is also present. What the fuck is happening? Puzzle solving. Puzzles! Yay! Shut the fuck up. It was too much to write everything that he has or does. So it is written. Stole his clothes from a goth? No, he didn't. He borrowed them. And then they became a part of another person's being. Can't give back what doesn't exist. Also, to my recollection, isn't there a cutscene in the game where he literally just becomes clothed? You're a fucking bitch. What that? Oh, is that one of those stupid barriers I climbed around? Get fucked, nerd. Frozen chest here. Oh, one of those stupid fucking ice bitches is gonna come out of nowhere, aren't they? I drowned a slime, I did it! Covered in a haze. I think that was... I think that was a weird thing where he, like, got the clothes. Especially when you consider the alt color. Where am I? Where have I gone? What the fuck is this? What's that, by the way? I saw that the other day and I was like, hey, I want to go there. Don't I have a yellow key? A cloud? No, it's not a cloud, I know that for sure. I thought I had a yellow key. Shit! There was a teleport there I could have got. Oh, I don't want to do that. Fuck. Hello. This is some bullshit. Why have wings if you cannot flap them? I don't know, ask planes. Or flying fish. Whee! Whoops. Oh no. Okay, I was about to fucking call bullshit because I definitely touched that. And I definitely touched that. Okay, I did touch that. I just didn't see where he fucking moved. Oh, another one there! Flying fish don't fly, they yeet themselves out of the water fast enough to glide. Well, that's what I'm doing here. Does this look like flight to you? Oh my god, there are so many fucking eggs. I've stolen them all. Get fucked, bird. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm still clearly gliding. Water or no? You kidding me? Dude. Dude, we're playing tag and I touched you. Eh! Okay, there it goes. Love that my bullshit baffles you. No, it's not that. It's not bullshit when it just doesn't make sense. Then it's a nonsense. You're not saying a fully formed sentence. Stop pissing shit out all over the floor. Bullshit is when you intentionally make stuff up. It was a fully formed sentence. No, it wasn't. You repeated yourself and then acted like it was a different sentence. See, what you said there was bullshit. Repeating a sentence is the same thing as saying a sentence? No, it's repeating a sentence. Crystals. Of course. Ow. Oh my god, why is he frozen? Why is he frosty? Why is he chilly man? Oh my fucking god. I can't fucking see anything! Well, that was fruitful. Give me shit if I say something kinky while you sound like you're coming for crystals. That's the line read! Fucking, you wait there and I'll go and get it for you, you piece of shit. Fucking tell me I'm wrong. Repeat a sentence, that means it's nonsense. No, I repeated somebody else's sentence, not my own. I've lived in my head longer than you have, motherfucker! Are you sure? Yes, of course I'm sure. Poorly. I've been here all along, every second, every hour of every day since the beginning. Pay rent then. You want to stay here, I'm going to have to charge you, and you've got a lot of back payments to make. No, that's what I thought! And just like that, it all works out. Can I pay in alternative ways? You got a hard drive? Got some chicken, not a hard drive. It's also not a hard bargain. What's up, bitch? What do you want? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. See ya. Never mind, I have to follow you. Please help. I am stuck. I have to follow you here? Are you fucking kidding me? You walk 3 feet? tomorrow I will have a pie. I actually might have a hard drive. Is that character called Little Queer? To be honest, it could be worse. What? But I have Kings in Flowers. But I have Kings in Flowers. Why can't I just give you the ones that are in my fucking pocket? It could be worse. They could be called Little Queef. Then what would you do? Oh no, exactly. Hi. Bird. Statue. Which one? That one. Why is that tree spinning? Oh, I forgot. The trees are flat textures the further you get away from them. What the fuck's the third one? I just strolled right past it because this game's fucking hit detection is bullshit. Do I actually anger you, or is it over-exaggerated? You tell me! Oh. If you really pissed me off, did you think I would still talk to you? People are not my strong suit. Neither mine! Anyway, there we go. Hi. You fucking kidding me? I'm gonna burn down these fucking idiots' home just to eradicate you. Oh, there we go. Didn't even die by fall damage! What did the people who named Little Queer think when they saw the name? I mean, it's a translation of a Chinese name from a Chinese area. It's probably queer, actually. something else. Wait, hold on. Wait. I think I did that already. Yeah. What's this? There's no with the stupid bubble things. Translator didn't point it out because it made me laugh. I mean, when you're a translator, you don't necessarily question things unless you are writing the translated script. As far as I know, like, there are certain people for certain things. So some people will be on names, some people will be on, like the actual script, what people are saying. And they might not necessarily see all the same things as each other. Because that's part of how it tends to work in the, like, anime dubbing. Like, you'll get rewrites and all that to make it fit the, there are two types of translation. There are literal translations, and then there are localized translations, and obviously this is what it's for. Wow, I didn't know anyone could break stones. I mean, of course you should be able to, that makes sense. But yeah, there was a piece of information I learned about, like, anime dubbing. I can't remember when or where I heard it, but it was something to the tune of, when you're reading lines, even for just like some animated productions in general, you're very rarely ever going to see somebody else's lines. So like, Goku and Vegeta aren't in the same room when they perform for Dragon Ball. Most of the time. There was one other thing about that I did learn about, where it was easier for some of the actors in Dragon Ball to read their lines in the same room looking at each other. I forgot the name of the anime, but the best of any anime just contained the words. Oh, it's Ghost Stories. I know that one by fucking heart. I haven't sat down and watched the whole thing, but it's like ridiculous, the shit that they managed to get away with. Simply because the entire premise to the original plot is fucking stupid and, like, not good. They sat there and went, wow, this is bad. Let's just do whatever the fuck we want. Touch me harder. Stop getting stuck! Where the... Oh, fuck it, who cares? I didn't land. Was that there? The teleport point is probably slightly further up. So let's just go and get the teleport point, I guess. Oh wait, no, it's over down that way. Fuck it then. I wish I could fly. No, you don't. Flight is one of those powers that seem really great, but it would probably fucking get on your nerves instantly. It also depends on the method of locomotion. You fucking kidding me? Random bursts of air! If I could just hover like Superman, how would that be shit? Well... first of all, if you could literally just fucking hover over the top of everything, what reason would you have to touch the floor? Also, I'd like you to take into account the idea that one of the main reasons that you want the ability to fly, presumably, I'm not going to say it's the only reason people ever have for wanting the ability to fly, is like not necessarily to travel, but like it's generally a lot of people who mention it is like, can you think about the experience, man? Like, oh my god, flying wherever you can, no, fuck off. Random gust of air. Well, I'm trying to fucking hover down and get the... oh no. Damn, battery's low. What? There was 4 seconds left! Just think about how fucking boring it get, like... that initial idea of, wow, I'm fucking flying. Can you imagine you become a pilot, right? For specifically that experience of being able to fly. And not a career pilot, you are a hobby pilot. And you go flying every day, and like, where are you gonna go? You're not in a plane that can hold enough fuel for any significant journey. You can't land it anywhere. I know this is like different, wholly different to your specific scenario, but like, you can't land the plane anywhere. You can't make any significant length of journey. It'll just get so fucking dull. Come on. Oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? This is some horseshit. I don't mean being a pilot. No, I know. But even with that specific scenario in mind, like, just the whole idea would get so fucking dull. because there's no real change in it. Like, you would fly around for a bit, and then you go, oh, fucking, just flying's kind of boring. I'll do some tricks, and then you start doing tricks and shit. And then what are you gonna do? There's no actual necessary thrill in doing the tricks, because you're not actually in any danger, or like there's no skill to it, because you can just fly as high as you want to go, and then like you've got so much room to like catch yourself in mid, like without hitting anything or hitting anyone. Flying seems like one of the like methods of transport that people have. Not as much as teleportation, which a lot of other people say. It's like, oh, I'll just pop wherever the fuck I want to go instantly. Like, it's so fucking boring, though. Like, flight is one of the ones I think that would get the most dull the fastest. You'd have a 2-story house without needing stairs. Yeah, but like, the novelty of that wears off so fucking quickly. It's like, okay, I guess. And then you can't have people come to you to stay, because how the fuck are they going to get upstairs? Oh, I need to go to the bathroom. Yeah, it's upstairs. How do I get up there? Oh, I didn't think of that. Well, no, of course not, because you can fucking fly. I went a completely different way and I don't know where I am anymore. So I'm just gonna go for the teleport point. Fuck going around and fly over it. I mean, you could do the same thing as, like, if you were Spider-Man. I don't want to sit here for the next 3 hours shitting on the ability of flight. But, like, you could ask to jump really high and still get that effect. Wow, I just freed that fucking ferret to murder the shit out of it without even realizing it was in there. Bye, bird. Why was there a bird in a rock? Floating a bit off the ground just to scare old people and make them think I'm a ghost. Now that's a real use of the ability of flight, right? None of this fucking, oh, I want to just fly places bullshit. Because that gets so dull. Using it like that, where it has not necessarily an application, but you can have fucking fun with it. Like, however, the ability to traverse through walls is also really important in that. I feel like highly limited flight is a much more interesting ability than just the ability to... Oh yeah, I just levitate. Fuck it. If you can travel through walls, how will you step? I haven't watched enough of it to have any meaningful ideals on the character specifically, but that's something that Lemillion deals with a lot in My Hero. The character Lemillion has lucidity, essentially, as his power, which means he can face through solid objects, and he frequently accidentally steps out of his clothes or through the floor. You need to get some momentum and throw yourself, or else just sink through the ground, being unable to breathe or see. As I say, the character Lemillion deals with that, like, almost exclusively. Fucking deal with more of these mud slimes. You guys suck. Wow, that was really lackluster and underwhelming. I just kind of sat there. What's up? I'm not even gonna fucking bother with them, I'm just gonna walk past. I'm not sure IRL turning solid underground would just eat you up, you'd get stuck underground and crushed. Well, yeah, but that's the thing, right? You're already denying, like, not denying, that's not the correct term. You're already defying the laws of physics by being able to pass through a solid object. Like, your matter is already not interacting with reality in the way that it should be able to. So why would not just being a squid... That... when you occupy the same space as that and return solid, like, why would that not... your matter and its that matter has to be displaced some way, somehow, somewhere. Like, becoming solid does not necessarily define the same like, you would occupy that space somehow. It wouldn't just immediately crush you. That it's definitely more for somebody who actually knows what the fuck science is to comment on. A real person who has real knowledge on reality and not me. Fuck you. Doubt making clothes out of your own hair and stuff would work that well. It depends on how much of you turns translucent, is the word I'm going to use there. Translucence. It depends on whether or not the idea that something made of your body, should it be preserved or like last that long, would activate the ability to phase through matter as you do. Would it retain it or not? That's like a different part of that conversation. Say you fall far enough underground and reach magma, turning solid, you would get your body melted to death. I don't know how Lemillion interacts with ambient temperatures in that sense. I think he says he gets cold when he does it. So I think his ability to feel temperature or interact with the heat, like ambiently in the air molecules, changes. But if it doesn't, he would probably die before that. I'm gonna be back in a second.
ここで少し休みましょう。今お茶をご用意しますね。お砂糖はどうしますか？多め？普通？それともなしでしょうか？
Hello, I'm back. Hold the fuck up. Aloy, the character you have, is that a Horizon thing? Yeah, because I'm on PlayStation. I don't know why specifically, because she appears to be somewhat new. If I go to her character page and try to ascend her, she requires objects from the new zone, from Inazuma. So, why she's here, I couldn't possibly tell you. Like, she must be fairly new, otherwise, why would she use Inazuma parts? Wilne? No, I don't. What I do know is we'll never get a girlfriend. Oh yeah, so something came up in my mind while I was away. A northern British lad who got sponsored by Genshin and made an ad read about Inazuma with a northern English accent. That's not hard to do, to be honest. You could talk about Inazuma with a fucking, like, Spanish accent, and it would probably sound weird. We did it. Yeah, what was I saying? So, I'm not caught up, but I used to read and sometimes watch One Piece a lot, and like I was thinking about the differences in the way that abilities are written in between, like, not necessarily just with My Hero and One Piece, but the way that abilities are written in general in media is one of my favorite things. So a lot of things will generally give you a power set that will be quite static in the way that it's written. I love the use of Luffy's rubber power. Yeah, so that's exactly what I was going to talk about, in the way that Luffy's power is not being made of rubber necessarily. It's that his power is rubber. He can essentially use his body like it's made of like stretchy material with rubber's properties. For example, it doesn't conduct electricity very well. Tucci. But he. So yeah. So what was it? The way that a power is treated in One Piece, specifically, like, so there's the specific types of like power versions. So you've got people who have ice, and they can turn into ice. There's like the specific term Logia for it. The Logia affects. A Logia power dictates what type of matter they are able to be made of. And then there is the Zon, which is you take on you are able to polymorph into the shape of an animal and take on animal-like properties. And then there are Paramecia, which are it's really hard to describe. Their body takes on the properties essentially of uh, of the power, or they can affect the world in some way in relation to that concept. Paramecia is anything that's not Zone or Logia. Paramecia can be fucking anything. Kind of. So, there's... Do you know about Doflamingo? And the way that his string ability works? One turns a dude into a fucking jacket. I'm not sure about that one because I'm not up to date. You know about Doffy? So, Doflamingo's overall ability is to produce strings that are about as hard as steel. He can wrap them to clouds, and also take over people's bodies as if they were a puppet. So his ability isn't that he has strings that he can use to command and do other things. His ability is string. I have string that produces from my body, and it will act in the way that string acts on this or that or anything. Like, there's not an explicitly defined rule set on how string works, so he can use it in the way that people use string, which led somebody I followed for a little while. I haven't watched his videos in a while now, but Roger's Base. He posited the idea that Doflamingo was able to use his power in to correlate with string theory, and it was like, fucking what? Overheat, where he makes the strings warm. That, while not necessary, I don't know if it was ever explained, but the ability to heat his strings is like really easily, like, you can easily see, make the leap of... It's not even necessarily a leap of logic, but it's the idea that he can probably vibrate the string in a small enough... in a way that it's not visible to, like, the naked eye, and have it vibrate fast enough that it begins to heat itself up. Like, that's a really easy concept to imagine. Heat is just adding energy to something, so he could make it vibrate fast enough. Yeah, as I say, he could will them to vibrate rapidly. That it's not something you would have a hard time imagining you would be able to do, given the level of control he has with string. There was another one that I think the character is called Inazuma, in which they have a Paramecia Devil Fruit around, not scissors, although they can they can turn parts of their body into scissors and scissor blades. But their ability is specifically to cut things as though they were chopping it with scissors. Inazuma, yeah. I think that's Inazuma. I'm not certain. So one of the major things he does is treat stone walls as though they're fabric. And one of my initial thoughts about that concept was, well, why does it have to be cutting fabric? Why does it necessarily have to be that he's cutting fabric? Could he not just cut things like they were paper? or just cut them and bisect things. Like it's that it specifically gets to the point in One Piece at the very least where the rule set on your abilities becomes what can you feasibly make happen with the concept that you have been given. Not sure if his power actually affects the objects he's cutting in a way that changes its properties, but the stone actually becomes like fabric. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's specifically explained in the story, but it was explained by the author at one point that what he's doing it does not change the physical properties of the object he's cutting. It changes the way that he is able to manipulate that object. So he's able to cut a piece of stone wall into like a sheet or like a cape, and it will retain the properties of being a stone brick wall. Are you intending on watching One Piece further? So I finished Whole Cake Island in the manga specifically. Like that was where last I ended, and I just haven't had opportunity or time to carry on reading. That like it's just been something where I'm like, okay, I'll do that next time I get some time, because I waited a bit for there to be more chapters to catch up with, and then held off, and then I just haven't been able to since there. Similar to Diamante being able to make things into flags while still being the original thing. Yes, almost exactly. With the exception that he has to like physically, he's able to physically manipulate the shape of it. I think for Diamante, like he can't alter the shape, but he can turn it into a cloth flag and like store it in a tube and things like that while retaining its original properties. There are a lot of powers that are somewhat similar because of the way that the actual like concept is always similar. But the way that people use them or have additional caveats to the way that they use the ability, like those are where the comparison points that make them different. There was I remember a stipulation that there are rule sets in how Logia fruits will interact with each other. So there are 3 like somewhat heat-based Logia fruits. There's Smoker, who has smoke, Ace, who has fire, and then Akainu has magma, and they are orders of magnitude greater than each other in line. So fire beats smoke, and then magma beats fire. So they have a defined rule set where Paramecia fruits can interact with each other in much different ways than that would allow. I know there are also a couple of specific characters where we do have glimpses or knowledge on what their power is or allows them to do, but we don't know what kind of ability they have. Struggling to think about who specifically that refers to at the minute, but there was some... I think for a long time people heard or knew about Doflamingo has the string power, but they don't know if he has a Logia, if he had a Logia fruit or a Paramecia fruit, because of his ability to, he was quite frequently at the time using string clones, I think. So it seemed like his body was made of string, or he could turn himself into pieces of string, strands of string. That would be the opposite way in IRL physics. Smoke can smother flames, and flames can be hotter than magma. Magma does not need air, so smoke does nothing to it. Treble uses his fruit to hide his real body. Yeah, things like that. I think Cracker had that for a while as well. That, like, confusion around him, whether or not his body was made of biscuits, or if he was just using biscuits to coat himself, like Gaara in Naruto has his, like, he's the most unique character in that entire show to me, other than, like, the characters who are specifically, like, so hyper-focused on one thing, because for a little while people were like, well, is he made of sand? What's the extent of his actual ability? And he's not even really using anything that people generally know about. He was such a different character for that show at the time. With Katakuri as well. Katakuri is specifically defined to be a Logia fruit, actually, I believe. Like, he specific. I think they were very specific on his deal in that his body is made of, like, what is it, sugar paste? He's specifically said to be a special Paramecia. Ah, okay. It's been a while since the last time I read up on it. I do have a copy of Pirate Warriors 4. I have Pirate Warriors 3, but I have Pirate Warriors 4, and I don't like it. I think Pirate Warriors 4's gameplay is really, like, frustrating. In terms of systems. The thing with him being intangible is that he can change his body to open holes. Yeah, remind me, what is he made of? Dough, or is it like paste? Mochi, yeah, like mochi paste. That's it. It's a sugar. Yeah, it's like the thing that they do when they pound. It's rice and something, and it, like, pulps all the sugars out of it and turns it to that consistency. They pound something, I don't fucking know. Yeah, I believe it is, I believe it's rice. I think it's sticky rice, specifically. Everything in Japan is rice? No, some things are red bean. That didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. If you told me that my old school samurai armor was made by rice, I would not be too skeptical. No, like most things in ancient Japan, it was made of wood. Not even leather. Like, it would just be layers upon layers of wooden sticks or branches. In like what kind of era was it? Fuck. Wood plates. Yeah, it was less plates and more like a lot of it was they would have sticks and then woven straw or grass to hold it together. And then they would have sort of like the scale part of it would be like chippings. In sort of like the 1300s, 1400s sort of era, or like that kind of area in terms of years. And then I think it was maybe the 1600s where they had the ability to work iron to a large enough degree to cover like at least the chest plate or things like that, and then they would have pieces of metal armor, but very rarely before then. It wouldn't protect them from anything except old Japanese swords, because the naturally occurring metal is pretty shit. I can't remember the term, but I think it's called Oroshigane iron, which has so many impurities in the actual material that the working process they had to make it usable was ridiculous. The amount of work that went into one sword for a battlefield was about 10 to maybe like sometimes 30 times longer than most like Dark Age blacksmiths would for one like double-edged Western sword for about the same result. At that point, just take a rock and make it into a club. Well, that's what they did in Southern America with their like tribal culture. They had a lot of. They would basically just take a big sheet of wood and stick rock into it, like pieces of flint into the side of it, like a big fucking cricket bat with pieces of sharp rock sticking out the end, and it might have been one of the most effective weapons ever created. Specifically as well when they're talking about what are they called again? Maquatil? OG baseball bat with a nail in it, kind of. I think they're called maquatils. Maybe I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. But there are some made with obsidian, which, like, in reality is, it's volcanic glass, so it's actually quite brittle, but when it's broken into pieces and, like, when it breaks into pieces, it's very, very sharp. The edge on a piece of, on a shard of obsidian has like microscopic cutting edges. So they were possibly one of the most dangerous like edged weapons ever made. The only issue with it for them in like that kind of time zone was when the Spanish came along and decided to say, "This land is yours. No, it's ours now." It doesn't work very well against iron sheet metal. Best you're gonna do with a piece of obsidian is scratch it. So really good cutting edges for skin or wood, not for metal. Some dude trying to make a knife out of obsidian, but he couldn't actually forge it, so he just had to carefully break parts off. Yep, that's pretty much it. Bad at metal and guns. You know what? Probably would have been really effective for the gun if they could manage to get near enough to it. Especially considering most rifles at the time, I believe, were essentially just big pieces of wood with a metal pole shoved through it. Like, there weren't a lot of moving parts in that, like, big, long barrel. You could essentially, if you got close enough, you could just hack the barrel off of it and it would be completely fucking useless. Boomstick, like the Ironforged dwarves used to call it. Kind of, yeah. Possibly why the concept and look of a gun throughout the past 100 years has changed so much, because they were essentially useless back in the day. They would break so much that they were, like, a lot of people just wouldn't use them. Old school guns were just tiny cannons, balled in the pipe and set it on fire. There were a couple of, like, different variants, but that is the major one. Like, those specifically are musket rifles. In which, yes, they are essentially... A lot of the very, very first guns... when they were created, were simply just called hand cannons, and you would, like, if you look them up, I believe that, like I say, they're just called hand cannons, and they are just a big fucking metal, like, cup, where you would drop a match into the top of it, put a metal ball on the top, and just hope that it doesn't go off in your face. The AK-1 was just a hand cannon with a potato. I mean, the amount of steps that you could have taken to not do that were very few. Also, the AK, I can't remember specifically what the A and the K stands for, but they are essentially just a dude's name and the year it was made. Like, the year the first AK was built. The K obviously stands for Kalashnikov. Old guns were not safe for the wielder nor the person it was aimed at. Not particularly. They were also kind of useless in any weather that wasn't a cloudless, sunny day. Especially to begin with, because of the way that the ignition worked. Alfred Kalashnikov? No, not quite that fucking spot on. Jesus. I think the guy's name was Kalashnikov, but the K part is, like, extended in the actual title. Let me go and fuck it, I'll look it up. because I did look at this recently. I was just, for some reason, I had an evening where I was looking at World War II weapons, and I thought, well, fuck it. If I'm looking at some of these, I need to go and look at the Kalashnikov. Possibly one of the most famous weapons ever produced. The AK-47, officially known as the Avtomat Kalashnikova, is a gas-operated assault rifle that It's the originating firearm of the Kalashnikov family of rifles. Developed in the Soviet Union by Russian small arms designer Mikhail Kalashnikov. It was designed between the years 1946 and 1948, probably therefore the 47. Please God, let it be Alberta. I mean, if it's not going to be Alberto, Mikhail's probably the fucking first name that comes up for a Russian man. That wasn't what I wanted to be here for. Vaguely this way. Okay, see ya. What was the other one? Michael, Igor, then there are several stereotypical Russian names. Michael? Because that's what that one is. Mikhail is different. It's like M-I-K-H-A-E-L. However you spell it, yeah. I'm not sure how stereotypical it is, but for some reason Rudlov comes to mind as a Russian name. And I don't think it's even necessarily Russian. Rudlov. I think Rasputin's first name was Gregorio. I believe that is correct, yes. He had several other middle names, but his standard two would have been Gregorio Rasputin. Rudolf the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Yeah. Oh, you know what one is? I'm fucking really upset that it didn't come to mind when we were mentioning it. Igor. Not Igor. Ivan. Or Ivan, depending on which pronunciation you want to use. Story of some of these historical people is amazing. Dracula specifically. I mean, Dracula... do you know what Dracula actually means, by the way? Like, Dracula as a word is Romanian I think it's Romanian for the son of Dracul. Son of the dragon, yeah. Because I think his father's name was just Dracul. If it was changed to Dracul because he didn't join Hungarian Knights Order. Okay. I see, I see. Alright, I think I might have enough to do this now. Do one of these? No, not yet. What I do need to do though is there's a special event on at the moment. Okay, there's this to do as well. I can go there. Surely there's a teleport point. I mean, I thought I had the Vlad the Impaler. I mean, he was very well known for giving his drinks to short people. If I ever create an ale, I'll name it Vlad the Imp Ale. Why? Almost a genuine question, but why? Because why the fuck not? Touché. I think if I have to think about it, mine would be boss sauce, and it would have a frog on it. Forever to be guarded by the sauce boss. Let's see if I can make this. I bet I can't. It would be called He What Now Guarded by the What? You heard me. It'd be boss sauce to be guarded by a frog, the sauce boss. The boss of all sauce. Fuck's sake, I'm so tired of you guys. thought I said the sore spot. No, it's just bad mic quality. Also bad voice quality because I don't think I've talked this long in a while. So my throat's getting really dry quite quickly. Drink some tea? No. New Prius just like twice as effective as water for you, right? No. I have an Irish name and don't drink, so what are you gonna do now? Life is a lie. I have a Nordic screen name and I don't start fights randomly with other people in ideas to steal everything they own. Now what are you gonna do? Do you at least eat potatoes and can enjoy them? No. I don't like or do anything. Hey look, it's that stupid fucking pirate ship. How have you survived the UK this long? What, without stealing another person's cultural land? I don't know. How could I possibly be British if I haven't claimed ownership over an entire race yet? Without potatoes, tea, drinking, or randomly starting fights. Which one of those is supposed to be Wales? I mean, do you want me to say? Yes, I would, because I'd like to see you dig your way out of the hole that you've created. Come on, what do you know about Wales? Fuck sheeps. Well, you didn't say that before, did you? You know, there's some evidence that Actually, I'm not sure if it was evidence discovered or a rumor that people committing crimes would not plead guilty to them in favor of saying they had relations with a woolly farmland creature. In order to get lighter sentences, alternatively not go to prison and just get fucking capped instead. Please tell me you're kidding. No, I'm not. They would claim that they had done such in order to evade sentences for other crimes. What I'm not saying is that they did the act in order to get away with another crime. That's your own misunderstanding and interpretation. Yeah, I'm on the ship. I made it. I was just having a look. Yes, I must answer for my crimes. Well, I randomly started a quest by moving to a place. This is great. Why is there no teleport point on this ship? Oh god, please go away. Here you go, child. Is there an easy way to get back to the ship? Do I, like, talk to somebody to... Oh, I'm fucking vibrating on chests. Hi. Oh. I can do that. There you go. You have some big meaty claws. I'm on a boat like Andy Samberg? Okay. I know exactly what that's a reference to, I just, like... I don't like the reference, I guess. It's not even necessarily true. It's not culturally relevant. Whatever the fuck words I just said there. Yeah, I'll help. Leave it to me. Was Andy Samberg in The Lonely Island before he was on TV, or was that like a unified thing? .205. I might change to something else in a minute. Maybe something a bit more high energy, so that I can, like, actually talk about something I know what I'm doing and I'm interested in. I'm still not entirely sure whether or not I actually like Genshin. It's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I don't hate it, I just kind of want something to do that isn't the other thing that I've been doing all day. That kind of a concept for me. But so far, I really don't have any idea or care as to what most people are saying or telling me to do. Do you feel like, I guess I have to play it now? I mean, not really. Oh, great. How the fuck am I supposed to get back to the ship? Can somebody take me to the ship? What do you feel when about to play Genshin? I feel... I really don't feel much, to be honest. Fucking out of the way. Hello. So you don't dislike it, but you don't like it? Well, fucking that's what I said. I don't particularly have a reason to keep playing, but it's free and it's there. Then why are you playing? So I can find a reason to keep playing. The reason I keep coming back to it is because there's obviously something in it that I've seen, but I don't know what it is yet. It's also part of the idea that, well, also that other people have seen something in it that I have, like, I know and respect the opinions of, and they have told me that there's something in it for me, but I don't know what that is yet. And I don't know if they're correct, and I need to find out what that is. Just because something's popular doesn't mean you're going to enjoy it. I didn't say that. There's a reason that I haven't played several games just because they're popular. It's because I can see at first glance that there's not something in there for me. But I did have some interest when the game first came out, and then I missed the initial wave. And that's one of the major reasons it's taken me so long to actually play the game. Because I missed the initial wave of interest to actually hop on board. There's more factors than I'm good enough to explain as to why I'm continuing to play the game, to be quite honest. But they're like I can only give as simple as an explanation as I've given that sounds reasonable. The crux of it is there's got to be something here, otherwise I would have put this. I just would have put it down by now. It's starting to sound like you're trying to convince yourself. Not even particularly. If I had to make the attempt to convince myself that there's a reason to play the game, I probably would have just stopped by now. I've played Human Fall Flat a number of times, and I've enjoyed every single time I've played it. But anytime somebody asks me if I want to play Human Fall Flat, I say no. I don't really get it. Have you heard of the concept of cognitive dissonance? Not sure I have. It's the idea that humans can have two conflicting opinions in themselves at the same time. It's not necessarily like what's the fucking word? It's not necessarily trying to make sense of hypocrisy. It's kind of an overall different concept to that. But that's kind of part of it. I think. But essentially, it's a fancier way of saying that people aren't necessarily internally consistent. There's also, like, consider this. I don't have a driving reason to play the game, but the game can still be fun. Moving about in the environment and performing actions, etc., can still be fun, even if I don't have a specific reason to continue playing the game. The screen fade along with Paimon's line seems like she's threatening to kill you. I wish she would sometimes. Give me a reason, bitch. Damn it. I need 8 fun bucks. I mean, clearing those quests will give me like 10 or something. Oh, that's a bad little way to go. Did she just say what I think she said? If I'm able to understand enough of the words that she said Warukanaya, which means more or less I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, excuse me, please. Very busy. Oh, cool, thanks. What the fuck else is tall around here? How am I supposed to get that? There must be a way to get to the boat. Yeah, it's called fucking teleport over here and fly. Pointlessly. You can probably climb up the rigging. Oh, okay. Just kind of gave me that. A better way to get to the boat? I don't know, probably. What do you think I am, a sexpert? I heard. I'm gonna finish talking to these people and then I'm gonna turn on, like, classic Doom game. Probably Doom 1. Do it properly. But how? Fucking give me a way to get onto the fucking ship then. There is a proper way, I knew it. Yeah, but how the fuck do you do it? He didn't tell me how. Go fucking read it up. Alright, give me 2 minutes and I'll be right back.